Dear viewers, today's topic is addiction to caffeine. We have here with us Charlotte Rickett, a famous journalist.
I'm very interested in this topic because I'm used to drinking coffee and I like to know whether it's a real addiction or not.
Okay, so what do you know about caffeine?
I know that caffeine is contained not only in coffee but also in other substances such as chocolate, tea, and soft drinks.
Oh, okay, so do you think caffeine has positive or negative effects?
I don't really know. I think there are some negative effects if you assume too much caffeine.
Alright, the expert is going to explain us the effects more in details later.
Oh, it's going to be so interesting.
Okay, last question. In which country do you think coffee is drunk the most?
Well, it must be Italy. Their coffee is famous worldwide.
Oh, are you really sure?
Yeah.
You're actually wrong. The right answer is Finland.
Oh, really? I would have never guessed it.
Okay, so now we're going to watch an interview of two caffeine addicted.
I'm Jake Russell and I'm going to interview two young women who drink coffee every day. What's your name?
I'm Emily.
And I'm Alice.
How often do you drink coffee?
2 cups every day.
A cup of coffee every 2 hours.
And why do you drink coffee?
Because without it, I get tired too often and it makes me feel more energetic.
I cannot live without it. If I can't get my cup, I get a headache and I need to sleep.
When have you started drinking coffee?
I don't remember exactly, but I was very young.
When I was 15, because I had to study a lot and it helped me concentrate more.
Which type of coffee do you enjoy drinking the most?
Whatever has coffee in it, but I prefer the American coffee because it's a lot.
I think I enjoy more the espresso because the flavor is more concentrated.
Okay, and how much do you sleep every night?
Well, I sleep around 6 hours per night.
I suffer from insomnia, so I just sleep a few hours.
Do you think that coffee can have negative effects?
Yes, in fact I have had problems.
I think there are many, but just if you drink too much coffee, and I definitely don't.
Alright, so can it also have positive effects on your health?
Yes, of course. In fact, I feel better when I drink it and it helps me to remember things.
No, I don't think so. I think that in the long run, you just get problems.
Last question. Do you think you are addicted to caffeine?
No, coffee is not a drug. You cannot be addicted to it.
A bit. I realize that sometimes I have difficulties to stay without it.
Okay, that's it. I think we found out a lot of interesting things. Goodbye, Alice and Emily, and thank you for your collaboration.
Goodbye. Okay, so as we have heard, there are a lot of people who drink much coffee. And now it's time to hear the opinion of our expert. He will solve all of our doubts. In fact, he teaches neurology at the Cambridge University. Welcome to Dr. Shepherd.
Good morning to you all. I'm happy to be here. Today I'm going to explain the basics of how caffeine works. What do you know about how caffeine works? Nothing, I suppose, because there are a lot of false myths about coffee. For example, do you think that coffee causes diseases? The answer to this is of course no. Coffee will not cause disease. In fact, studies have shown coffee can actually help prevent certain diseases. Caffeine can produce a mild form of drug dependence associated with withdrawal symptoms such as sleepiness, headache, and irritability when an individual stops using caffeine after repeated daily intake. Tolerance to the autonomic effects of increased blood pressure and heart rate and increased urine output develops with chronic use. So caffeine isn't proven to work like adenosine. Whenever you're awake, a chemical called adenosine slowly accumulates in your brain, and this adenosine binds to receptors which slow down brain activity. The more adenosine there is, the more tired your brain feels. While you sleep, the concentration of adenosine declines, gradually promoting wakefulness. The caffeine works its way through your bloodstream and into the brain, where it starts to complete and binds with adenosine receptors. But not because it's not adenosine. The sleeping effect isn't felt it. However, with long-term use of caffeine, your brain responds by creating more adenosine receptor, which means more caffeine is required to elicit the same response. It also means that when you try quit drinking coffee, you might experience more tiredness than you would have before you drank coffee. Caffeine also simulates adrenaline, which gets your heart pumping and beat faster and makes you feel more energetic. Furthermore, it affects dopamine levels, preventing its reabsorption in the brain, which makes you feel happy.
Thank you, Dr. Shepherd, for your precious contribute.
Yeah, thank you. Today I've learned a lot of new things.
Alright, that was all for today, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you have enjoyed it as much as us, and see you next time!